You're watching Newsday TV. Thanks for joining us. I'm Ken Bufa. First in Newsday, volunteer divers have found human remains in a car at Cedar Beach. Virginia Huey brings us the details.
Under a blistering summer sun at Cedar Beach, police pulled a PT Cruiser out of the water at the marina. Detectives believe it is the missing piece of a 15-year-old cold case.
We found some human remains in the vehicle, yes. We believe this is a missing person case.
This is our 36th missing person Adventures with Purpose that we've brought home.
Bill McIntosh is the head of Explorers with a Mission, which travels the world searching for missing persons. McIntosh and a member of Adventures with a Purpose found the PT Cruiser near the Cedar Beach boat ramp Monday evening. McIntosh says he found the vehicle within minutes of lowering his sonar device in the water.
And as soon as I picked it up, I went, I have it, please grab me a buoy, grab me a magnet, I have it.
Police say the vehicle and some items found inside will now be taken to the medical examiner's office to determine the identity of the owner. Detectives say the evidence indicates they're on the verge of closing a missing persons case.
The vehicle description matches, and we have some items that were recovered that we believe match.
For Newsday TV, I'm Virginia Huey.
The jury in the Sean Diddy Combs trial has reached a verdict on 4 of the 5 counts. It was not able to decide on the top charge of racketeering conspiracy. Now, the judge has indicated that he will have the jury keep deliberating, saying 2 days is too soon to give up on all of verdict counts. And Suffolk officials are cracking down on impaired driving this summer. The sheriff's office says they are focusing on teaching young adults to make smart, life-saving choices. Officers have made 116 DWI arrests in Suffolk so far this year. And Dollar General is expanding on Long Island. The convenience store is expected to open sometime this week at the Miller Place Square Shopping Center. It's taking over a former Rite Aid location. All right, let's take a quick look at tomorrow's weather, shall we? It's going to be a rainy one tonight, and tomorrow morning, it looks like we'll have to deal with the rain some more before those clouds move in, and we'll have that 7-day forecast for you later in the broadcast. Only in Newsday, items owned by alleged Gilgo Beach serial killer Rex Heuermann are now up for sale. Virginia Huey takes a look.
Personal items seized by Suffolk County investigators from the home of alleged Gilgo Beach serial killer Rex Heuermann are hitting the market. One of the first items up for sale is Heuermann's Vietnam-era Army Jeep. It was covered with tarp when it was towed from the family's Massapequa Park home by police shortly after his arrest in July 2023. This is what Heuermann's Jeep looks like today. This military tactical truck is an M151A2 produced by AM General Corporation in 1972. Heuermann's military cargo trailer is also being sold by a family friend, with all the proceeds going to Heuermann's ex-wife, Asa Ellerup. We're told he used both on duck hunting trips. They were returned to the family because they held no value for investigators working the case.
This is a big deal, especially here on Long Island. So a large collectible like the Jeep is an interesting item. It was his.
David Adamovich of Freeport has one of the largest collections of serial killer memorabilia. It includes Jeffrey Dahmer's blood-stained eyeglasses worn in his 1991 police booking photo and 9,000 letters written by notorious murderers like Charles Manson and John Wayne Gacy. For collectors of so-called murderabilia, these items are coveted for their macabre appeal and historical value.
The handful of items that everybody wants a piece of: Gacy, Dahmer, Manson, Kemper.
Where do Heuermann's personal belongings rank in the market?
If in fact he did everything they allege him to have done, he's ranking up pretty high.
Adamovich believes the Jeep is worth its book value plus whatever a collector is willing to pay as a premium because it's linked with an infamous case.
It's something tangible.
According to Haggerty, a classic car insurance and valuation company, the Jeep is worth $16,700. Both the truck and the trailer are listed for sale on eBay.
It's a nice collectible.
For Newsday TV, I'm Virginia Huey.
Now, to read more about this story, go to Newsday.com, click Get More below the Newsday TV video box.
There's so much to do here at Robert Moses State Park. I'm Elisa DiStefano. Let's go have some fun in the sun.
It's really fun, you know, splashing water. You can make sand castles. You can have fun in the waves.
So they big waves here or small waves here?
Medium waves.
They're medium waves here.
Mm-hmm.
Do you jump in them?
Yep.
Wow.
It is a beautiful beachfront, nearly 5 miles, and we have swimming at every field. We have lifeguards on duty. The walk from the parking fields here at Robert Moses to the actual water is probably the shortest walk that you can make on the South Shore of Long Island.
Which is great because, of course, the goal for most is just to get into the water, and the ocean feels so good. I just wish I was more appropriately dressed for this assignment. Here at Field 2, there are other activities to enjoy. There are volleyball courts that are packed with leagues at night and an 18-hole pitch and putt golf course.
We have surf fishermen, thousands of them that come and enjoy Robert Moses. We have surfers that, especially in the West End area, field number 2. Families generally, fields 3 or fields 4. And the reason I say that, field 3 is more of a condensed park and the shorter walk onto the beachfront. At field number 4, it's less crowded. Field 5 and field 2, they are the most popular.
Field 5 has a totally different vibe. And a party scene here. Now I really feel like I am on vacation.
So if you go to Europe, this is everywhere, but on Long Island, this is something special. You know, a beach, a bar right on the beach. We serve cocktails. We even make gelato here on site at Field 5.
This is non-alcoholic, right?
Right.
I can't leave without trying the homemade gelato. Hey, a girl's got to cool off. You can also take a walk or ride in a pedicab to the Fire Island Lighthouse and Kismet and have another whole day away.
Invading Hollow, bottles and barrels are being filled with booze that's distilled right here on site. And the man behind it all is...
I'm Rich DeBeal, founder, master distiller of Long Island Spirits. Been doing it about 20 years. I love what I do out here. Every day I make some of the world's finest craft spirits.
Stabile once worked in the tech world and says he would feed his passion for distilling by researching and experimenting in his downtime, and said if you want to be a distiller, you better enjoy experimenting too.
You put your heart and soul into something, then realize it's not going to set the world on fire. So repeated mistakes is probably the biggest challenge for anyone getting into this business.
And when you're not experimenting, you're getting to know your equipment. All of it, inside and out.
This is the coarse and this is the fine. The control is the 1.2 million BTUs of heat that are generated to heat both these stills.
Now, when it comes to making spirits, Stabile says it's a crowded market, but that challenge is half the fun.
You do it because you like coming to work in the morning and producing something, getting to see your result, whether it's vodka, gin, or several years later, some of the world's finest whiskeys. So you come in here making a difference in a little bit of a footprint in the beverage, the craft beverage world.
Despite countless bottles and barrels all promising to give you your best drink, the greatest distillers know the experimenting, the passion, and the urge to create something new is what really fills glasses, shelves, and hopefully hearts.
When I drive out here, I don't feel like I'm going to work. I feel like, I'm just spending time pursuing what you really love, and there's really no better feel to that.
All right, let's take a closer look at your 7-day forecast to see how this weekend is shaping up for the holiday. And as you can see, yes, we have some rain tomorrow, but Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, all going to be dry. We are in the 80s. It's going to be an awesome holiday weekend.
Long Island weather is brought to you by Sun Nation Energy, helping Long Island homes and businesses save with solar for over 20 years.
You're watching Newsday TV. For more on all the stories you've seen here today, head over to Newsday.com. I'm Ken Bufa. Thank you so much for joining us.
Get more of the stories you've seen on Newsday TV at Newsday.com. Plus breaking news, investigations, things to do, restaurants, and other Long Island news you can't get anywhere else at Newsday.com. Covering Long Island like no one else can.